In a small village nestled between rolling hills and a sparkling lake lived a little boy named Leo. Leo was just 3 years old, but he had a heart as big as the sun and a curiosity that knew no bounds. Leo lived with his grandparents in a cozy little house. His parents had moved to the city for work, so Leo spent his days exploring the great outdoors, making friends with all the animals he met along the way. So Leo, these weren't just animals. They were his best friends. He talked to them, played with them, and looked after them as if they were his own little family. Every morning, right after breakfast, Leo would help his grandfather feed the goats. He loved those goats more than anything. They were his constant companions, and he would spend hours upon hours just playing and laughing with them in the fields. After the goats had their fill, it was time for Leo to collect eggs from the hens. The hens clucked and scratched in the dirt, and Leo would patiently gather their eggs, one by one, placing them carefully in a basket. He even had a special song he sang while collecting the eggs, and the hens seemed to enjoy it as much as he did. After collecting the eggs, Leo would give them to his grandmother. She, in turn, would make the most delicious omelets for breakfast, which Leo and his grandfather shared while talking about their day. It was a simple life, but it was a happy one for Leo. One day something unusual happened. A big, grumpy dog came to the village. It was a stray, and the villagers were afraid of it because it snarled and snapped at anyone who came near it. The dog was big and scary, and all the children were told to stay away from it. But Leo wasn't scared. He wanted to make the dog his friend. Every day, Leo brought the dog fresh water and sometimes even shared his breakfast with it. He talked to it in a soft voice, trying to calm it down. At first, the dog just growled and snapped, but slowly, very slowly, it began to calm down a little. Leo never gave up, and his persistence paid off. The dog eventually stopped growling and even wagged its tail a little. It was a small victory, but for Leo, it was a huge one. He had made a new friend. As the days passed, Leo continued to befriend the stray dog. He played with it in the fields, and the two became the best of friends. Leo even gave the dog a name, Bruno. Bruno followed Leo everywhere. They could be seen playing, running, and jumping in the fields together. The villagers were amazed by Leo's bravery and his ability to befriend wild animals. They had never seen a child so connected with nature. They began to see how happy Leo was with his animal friends and realized that his joy was contagious. As the sun began its slow descent, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple, Leo's day came to an end. He would sit on his porch, watching the fireflies dance in the twilight, with Bruno by his side. He would share his day's adventures with his grandpa and grandma, and they would listen.
Ow.
Their hearts filled with pride for the extraordinary grandson they had. Life for Leo was more than just simple. It was beautiful, filled with the laughter of goats, the clucking of hens, the purring of cats, and the wagging of a grateful dog's tail. For Leo, every day was an adventure, every animal a friend, and every moment a reason to be happy. And so in that little village by the lake, the tale of Leo, the boy who loved animals more than anything, was passed down through generations, a reminder that sometimes the greatest adventures are found in the smallest of creatures and the biggest of hearts.